From the Presidential Palace, Manila, Dateline Malacañang.
Good day, this is Dateline Malacañang and here are the news. Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. on Wednesday evening joined the nation in celebrating the triumph of the country's modern-day heroes, the Filipino athletes whose passion, dedication, and love for the country have brought honor and recognition to the Philippines in the 19th Asian Games. In his speech during the Gabi ng Parangal at Pasasalamat para sa bayaning atletang Pilipino at the Rizal Memorial Coliseum in Manila, the President said their victory helped boost Filipinos' morale. The chief executive said his administration would continue programs on sports development so athletes could better compete in the future as the Philippine Sports Commission rolls out its 5-year sports development plan through 2028. Aside from this, President Marcos directed the Sports Commission to work with the Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation and other relevant agencies to strengthen the country's medical and scientific athlete services unit to help injured players. Hosted by the Office of the President in collaboration with the Presidential Communications Office, the event serves as a grand welcome and awarding ceremony for Filipino medalists at the recently concluded Asian Games in Hangzhou, China. Let's listen to the speech of Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.
Proud to be Pinoy! Wala tayong masabi. Magpasalamat tayo sa mga atleta natin. At pinailalan nyo sa lahat ng buong Pilipinas at sa buong mundo kung gaano kagaling ang mga Pilipino kapag nagkaisa at sabay-sabay nagtutulungan. Ganito ang nagiging resulta. Kaya naman, palagay ko, nung sila'y lumalaban, naririnig nila yung boses natin. Dahil hindi ko alam sa inyo, ako nanonood ako sa television, napaus ako, sinisigawan ko yung TV. Inaantay ko na lang na sumagot, inaantay ko na lang na magbigay ng medalya. Eto na ang ating mga idol. Alam niyo po, kapag meron tayong mga nakuha na ganitong mga medalya, na ganitong mga award, karapat-dapat talaga na tayo ay bigyan natin ng pugay ang ating mga atleta. Ngunit, huwag po natin kakalimutan. Ang nakikita lang po natin, nandito, sila'y lumalaban, silang tumatanggap ng medalya kapag nanalo. Ngunit, huwag natin nakakalimutan. Marami ang tumulong dyan, maraming nagsakripisyo sa bawat isa ng atletang yan. Ang mga coach, ang mga trainer, ang mga nutritionist, ang mga physiotherapist, ang mga driver ng truck, at ang mga magulang. Kaya naman, talagang team effort itong lahat. Team Philippines talaga ang linaban natin. Kaya to our hardworking coaches, the leaders of the various sports association, and of course, to our athletes, congratulations at maraming salamat sa inyong ginawa. Alam niyo po, itong napakatagal nating nag-antay. Napakatagal tayong nag-antay na makapag-celebrate tayo ng ganito. Dahil alam niyo naman, kung minsan hindi masyado maganda ang ating resulta. At sinasabi namin, nung umalis sila papuntang Guangzhou, ay sabi natin, siguro meron tayong magagawa kaunti. Hindi namin akalain. Ganito, karami ang medalya na makukuha natin. Hindi namin akalain na ganito ang resulta na ibibigay ng ating bayaning atleta para sa minamahal nilang Pilipinas. We welcome you back from your very successful campaign during the 19th Asian Games. Let us again offer a round of applause. Palakpakan natin ang 393 athletes na lumaban sa Hangzhou, sa China. Siyempre, nandyan ang mga atleta natin na nag-uwi ng 18 na medalya para sa Pilipinas. On behalf of a proud and a grateful nation, I salute and I recognize the excellent performance that you displayed in the 19th Asian Games. Of course, again, we must recognize the efforts ng ating mga coach, ng inyong mga pamilya, na malaki ang kanilang sinakripisyo na hindi lang ilang araw, hindi lang ilang linggo, kung hindi ilang taon upang kayo ay maging ganyan kagaling, upang tulungan kayo na makuha ninyo ang inyong pinapangarap na mga medalya para sa Pilipinas. But more than just a personal feat, your victory has boosted our people's morale. Nagdala kayo ng ligaya sa Pilipinas. Marami tayong hinaharap na kung minsan nakakalungkot. Ngunit dahil sa ginawa ninyo, nakangiti ang buong Pilipinas nung kayo ay bumalik galing sa 19th Asian Games. Mataas ang moral ng Pinoy ngayon. Lalo na, kayong mga bata, yung mga magiging atleta rin. Yan ang magandang halimbawa. Yan ang ating mga idol. They strive for excellence, not just in international and national competitions, in all that they do. Ang pagpapanalo ng medalya ay hindi lamang doon nung panahon na kayo ay nasa Hangzhou, China. Ang nasa likod niyan ay ilang taon ng pagsakripisyo, ng disiplina, ng training, ng pagpipilit. Alam niyo po, ang hirap maging athlete. Dahil kung pagmamasdan po ninyo, marami doon sa bibigyan sana natin ng certificate at saka ng cheque ay wala rito. Asaan sila? Ay, may laban na yung iba. Yung iba, nagte-training pa. Walang katapusan po. At ang atleta, kahit na Christmas Day, nagte-train yan, papasok sa gym. Bukas, lahat yan, nasa gym na naman. Magte-training na naman yan. Dahil meron na namang laban na susunod. So we value the great influence that sports has in developing our society. That is why this administration continues to support initiatives and programs to promote sports development. Marami na rin tayong nagawa, ngunit aasahan ninyo, dadagdagan pa natin ang ating suporta para sa ating mga atleta. At sa susunod, makakaramdam naman tayo ng mas maganda pang resulta sa ating mga international competition. I said this when I addressed our Southeast Asian Games and ASEAN Para Games medalists. We know and understand that for our athletes to succeed in these competitions, they all need all the help that they can get, especially from their government. And that's why the Philippine Sports Commission is implementing a 5-year sports development plan 2023 to 2028. This plan aims to address the long-standing concerns of Filipino athletes by encouraging participation in all levels of government and the private sector, ensuring para makatiyak tayo na nandyan ang suporta para sa ating mga atleta, ating mga sports association, at pinapaganda ang lahat ng nakikilahok sa sports at every level. Lahat ng ating kayang gawin para suportahan ang ating mga atleta ay ating ginagawa. We provide assistance to state universities and colleges to fix and refurbish para makapagandahin ang sports facilities. We explore partnerships with the private sector to construct basketball courts in public schools, gyms, facilities. We encourage our LGUs to support sports in the development of their respective localities. we are developing the new Clark City as a sports hub in the Philippines. Our national athletes and those training to represent the country in international sports will also utilize the training facilities of the new Clark City Athletic Stadium and the Aquatic Center for free. We also need to take care of our athletes who are injured during training and competition. So I direct the Philippine Sports Commission, work with PAGCOR and other agencies to strengthen our Medical Scientific Athlete Services Unit. We need to help our injured athletes so that they recover quickly and they can get back in the game. Finally, we are dedicated to fully developing future athletes who will proudly represent our country. Sana sa susunod na ilang taon, yung iba sa inyo na nasa audience lang ngayon, sana naman makakasalubong ko kayo sa entablado na magbibigay din ng medalya. Yan ang mga ipapangarap natin at gagawin talaga namin. Government established the National Academy of Sports to promote the development of the athletic skills and talents of students through a secondary education program. The Learning Center and Training Facility at the New Clark City sa Kapas Tarlac ay tinayo at inaasahan natin na ang National Academy of Sports and the Basis Conversion Development Authority will fast-track and operationalize the academy so that our athletes can immediately pursue their training in their chosen sport. To those with influence and with resources who are helping our athletes in all that they do, I hope that you will continue to support them generously. Sa ating mga atleta, ganitong hamon ko sa inyo. Keep aspiring, keep believing, keep working. Spare no effort to unlock your full potential and be the best versions of yourselves. Know fully well that the government and the entire nation is with you every single step of the way. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my hope that the individual victories that we honor now will inspire our collective vision and pursuits for the future. With our continued unity and continuing collaboration with all aspects of all parts of society, we will not only secure more victories for athletes, but we will also build a stronger and better, more prosperous Filipinos that will house the great ambitions of younger generations. Again, congratulations to our esteemed delegates. Mabuhay ang atletang Pinoy!
And you just heard Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.
Dateline Malacañang.
In other news stories, Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. on Wednesday reminded Siargaonoans and tourists alike to adopt eco-friendly practices while they continue to promote Siargao Island as a prime surfing destination. In his speech during the opening ceremony of the 27th Siargao International Surfing Cup held at Cloud9 General Luna, Siargao Island, and represented by his youngest son, William Vincent Marcos, the president said that the competition reinforces the perseverance of the people of Siargao in building back and recovering from the devastating effects of the COVID-19 pandemic and Super Typhoon Odette in the recent years. President Marcos also noted that locals should continue to support responsible fishing practices, purchase sustainably sourced seafood, and opt for eco-friendly cleaning and personal care products. Siargao is renowned as the surfing capital of the Philippines and is home to some of the best beaches in Asia. It ranked 10th among the top islands in Asia for the Condé Nast 2023 Travelers Reader's Choice Awards. The chief executive also encouraged them to support in government initiatives for the development of Siargao. Among these programs is the Training on Homestay Pilipinas, which enlightens residential owners about the formal and systematic procedures to accommodate tourists. According to President Marcos, the government continues to pursue developmental efforts such as the new Siargao Airport Development Project to support tourism and trade growth of the island. The Department of Environment and Natural Resources also initiated the program for Odette-hit towns to strengthen their adaptive capacities and resilience to climate-related hazards and natural disasters.
Dateline Malacañang.
Meanwhile, Philippine Presidential Communications Office or PCO Secretary Cheloy Velicaria Garafil on Wednesday committed to empower the next generation to become responsible digital citizens through the agency's Media and Information Literacy or MIL project. In her closing remarks during the Media and Information Literacy Campaign, Maging Mapanuri Conference in Makati City, Garafil said empowering the youth in the digital era is a shared responsibility that requires collaboration among a wide variety of stakeholders, including media, educators, civil society, as well as the public and private sectors. Garafil stressed the need for collaboration with various stakeholders to combat misinformation, promote digital literacy, and create a safer, more informed and connected society. The PCO's MIL Campaign Summit coincided with the observance of the Communications Month, the PCO's anniversary, and the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization or UNESCO's Global Media and Information Literacy Week. Representatives from the Department of Education, Commission on Higher Education, Department of Social Welfare and Development, and the Department of the Interior and Local Government also attended the MIL conference. Garafil also recognized invaluable partners in the private sector such as Google, TikTok, Meta, and X, formerly Twitter. She expressed hope that the combined efforts of all sectors in advocating for MIL will have a positive impact on a more informed, mindful, and digitally responsible society. During the signing of a Memorandum of Understanding on MIL campaign on August 14th, Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. urged the Filipinos to always fight for and seek the truth. The MIL program will also be brought to the communities.
Dateline Malacañang.
The Philippine Department of Foreign Affairs or DFA on Wednesday said that the Israeli government believes that one of the two Filipinos still missing following the October 7th Hamas attack on Israel is being held hostage. DFA Undersecretary Eduardo Jose de Vega said the information came from the Israeli side, but the Philippine government could not confirm he was kidnapped. In a virtual press briefing, De Vega said that Israel believes that one male Filipino is likely a hostage, but they haven't shown any evidence. De Vega said the supposed kidnapped victim is the same person whose wife earlier confirmed that she recognized him in one of the videos circulating on social media showing a man being held by gunmen, most likely brought to Gaza. The official confirmed that the Philippines is in talks with foreign governments but did not identify the countries. Meanwhile, the DFA said no Filipino has been reported hurt so far in the ongoing Israel-Hamas war in Gaza, including in southern Lebanon where hostilities between the Iran-backed Hezbollah and Israeli forces are intensifying. Undersecretary De Vega said no Filipino has been able to exit Gaza as of yet, pending the opening of a humanitarian corridor to Egypt. 3 of the 136 Filipinos in the besieged enclave are also still in Gaza City, where Israel is expected to mount a ground assault. In Lebanon, 113 out of the 17,500 Filipinos there have sought for repatriation. The 3 Filipinos still in Gaza City include a nun and a father and child. De Vega said the Filipino nun has decided to stay in Gaza City and that the DFA respects her decision. The Filipino male and the child, on the other hand, were already in southern Gaza but returned to the city to check on his Palestinian father-in-law who is staying at the hospital due to injuries. De Vega said not all 136 Filipinos in Gaza wanted to be repatriated and only 78 to 80 have expressed their intent to leave the coastal strip. The official said this could go up, but the Philippine Embassy in Cairo is ready for as many as 150 should relevant authorities allow their Palestinian spouses to pass through the border. In the meantime, De Vega said the Philippine Embassy in Beirut is still trying to ascertain the condition of about 100 Filipinos in southern Lebanon where skirmishes between Israel and Hezbollah have been ongoing. De Vega said the 113 Filipinos who wanted to leave are mostly from the capital Beirut and other parts of Lebanon.
Dateline Malacañang.
Philippine Vice President and Department of Education or DepEd Secretary Sara Duterte on Wednesday invited the Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry or PCCI to join the ongoing review of the Senior High School or SHS curriculum. Vice President Duterte made the invitation in her keynote speech during the 49th Philippine Business Conference and Expo at the Manila Hotel. She said PCCI can provide valuable insights on sales matching in order to the employability of SHS graduates in the country. In the National Tracer study of the SHS graduates for school year 2017 to 2018, the DepEd noted that about 10% of graduate respondents were employed and 7% of which have completed the technical vocational livelihood track, while 3% completed the academic track. The study also showed that nearly 83% of the SHS graduates went on to pursue higher education, while 1% engaged in entrepreneurship. The DepEd noted that only a small proportion of SHS graduates, or a little over 20%, were able to enter the labor force, with the majority of more than 70% opting to continue with their education. Duterte said the DepEd's initiative to improve the basic education requires a whole-of-the-nation approach to create a future for every Filipino child who has the opportunity to succeed. Last May, the DepEd created the SHS National Task Force or NTF, which is currently conducting a review of the SHS curriculum. The SHS NTF is also expected to collaborate with partners in conducting studies relevant to the improvement of the SHS program and is set to submit its accomplishments and outputs next year.
Dateline Malacañang.
News stories. Philippine Department of National Defense or DND Secretary Gilberto Teodoro Jr. on Wednesday said that the country is not looking for any conflict or war with China, but is merely protecting its maritime territories from the latter's continued encroachment. In a Bagong Pilipinas Ngayon briefing, the defense chief said protecting the country's territory is accepted under international law and that Beijing's West Philippine Sea or Beijing's expansive territorial claims on the West Philippine Sea or WPS that encroach on Manila's other territories in the area are contrary to the norms of international law. Teodoro also said the misinformation being spread by China that the Philippines' presence in the WPS is illegal is being taken seriously by the administration of Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. In justifying its presence in the WPS, China has been claiming that these waters are part of its territory and engaging in law enforcement functions while harassing Filipino ships or vessels conducting their mandate there. Teodoro also said that China is using misinformation to weaken the political will and unity of the country. Meanwhile, Secretary Teodoro said it is unlikely for China to attack and take over the country's territories in the WPS. Teodoro said Manila has the right and obligation to defend the country's sovereignty and territorial jurisdiction should this happen under the Constitution. To contain China's illegal activities in the WPS, Teodoro reiterated the need to continue building up the armed forces of the Philippines or AFP for it to have a credible defense posture and continue coordinating with the country's allies and partners. The defense chief also said he sees more nations having security engagements with the Philippines following the collision incident in the WPS that damaged 2 Filipino ships engaged in a routine resupply mission for the detachment aboard the BRP Sierra Madre in Ayungin Shoal. On October 22, Chinese Coast Guard and maritime militia vessels tried to prevent anew the Philippine routine resupply to BRP Sierra Madre or LS-57 in Ayungin Shoal, deliberately bumping supply boat Uniza May 2 and its escort BRP Cabra or MRRV 4409. The other supply boat, Uniza May 1, completed the delivery to the troops aboard BRP Sierra Madre. Support from several nations poured in for the Philippines while condemnation rained on China following the incident. Both the Philippines and China filed diplomatic protests over the incident.
Dateline Malacañang.
Philippine Department of Information and Communications Technology or DICT on Wednesday allayed public fears on information stolen by hackers into their test website. DICT Undersecretary Jeffrey Ian D. disclosed this during the Senate Committee on Science and Technology hearing on the virus resolutions seeking an investigation into the country's cybersecurity measures. According to the test site is only being used to check the stability of their website against cyber attacks since they have their own vulnerability assessment and penetration testing. The DICT Undersecretary added that their mistake was keeping the testing site open after conducting their assessment. D said that other servers of the DICT were not affected by any cyber attack. For his part, Philippine Senator Alan Peter Cayetano, the chairman of the Senate Service or the Senate Science Panel, urged the DICT to hire more cybersecurity experts amid the growing threat of hacking and data breaches in the Philippines. Cybercrime Investigation and Coordinating Center Deputy Executive Director Mary Rose Magsaysay said they currently have 55 experts among their personnel. Magsaysay said most of them are cyber technologists and admitted that the 55 experts are not enough manpower.
Dateline Malacañang.
Before we conclude our program, we would like to invite everyone to come and visit our Facebook page at Radyo Pilipinas World Service. You will be able to hear and view our Filipino and English programs, including news updates here in the Philippines. Kindly subscribe, like, and share our posts as well. And that concludes this edition of Dateline Malacañang for Radyo Pilipinas World Service. This has been Steph Vicente. Good day and stay safe, everyone.
From the Presidential Palace, Manila, Dateline Malacañang.